Anyone who has been listening to me knows that the alternative black woman is me, and therefore, the alternative black woman of color always has my heart. Stand on saying that the alternative black woman is the original divester of the black community. She is the original one who walks away, lives differently, dresses differently, thinks differently, does differently. And she does this not because she grew up around white people, because there are a lot of black women who grew up around white people and they can't stand them because of what they've experienced while getting to know Becky and them, right? But most of the time, believe it or not, the alternative black woman or the black woman of color has actually grown up in the hood. She has grown up sometime in the, and I think it makes sense that coming from that will bring out that gothic image and that gothic look. Okay? Now, this topic is, I had wrote down yesterday, or like written out the topics that I have talked about lately. Okay? Take this down. And I have realized that I have come up with seven, seven, seven topics. I'm going to post them in the chat room. I was like, well, as always, the first 10 are the most important, right? The first 10 are the hard hitting ones that's important. And so yesterday, I began to think about what is the top 10 things for this Black Woman's Guide. Now, when I talk about this, it was not easy to just turn it into the Black alternative gal, right? It was not easy to just direct it there because there's so much broad topics to discuss, right? Well, yeah, it's the screen share that slows down my shit because I just literally cleaned out these tabs. Or did I? Let me stop the screen share, y'all. Hold on. It wasn't possible to do that. Because this happens on such a broader scale. Okay? This happens on such a subtle scale. Very subtle. Um, I found a video with an older Black woman speaking. I didn't watch it yet, but I saved it. And I can't recall the title right now, but it's in the subject of what I'm talking about right now. But let me just give you my own experience. I have told this story before, but I need to tell it again. See, one thing with me in my life is I like to connect with people, right? When I go out here in the world, I like to connect with people. I'm strange like that. I agree with an old friend of mine, Kia. Shout out to you. She would be like, you could sit down in that house and isolate yourself and go outside and meet celebrities and meet all these great people. And she just laughed at me. And I was like, yeah. you know? And so what happened was, um, anyway, coming up in time, yeah, I could meet people. I had to get to know people. But my problem was analysis, uh, analyzing people wholly, taking my time and observing, right? And that's where I fell, And I don't even say failed, life as a writer, I find that whatever you're writing, whatever you're researching, you're going to get an experience to give you more to write. And as a writer, we are people who isolate ourselves, but we are adventurous people at the same time. That's just the spirit of being a writer, just being a creative. Because we need life experience to know life. We can't just not have life experience. So, with that being said, you have to understand, we're going to use the term non-black, okay? This non-black has to be defined. This means a person who is not black or of, I guess you call African American, Hispanic, or no, not Hispanic, but any kind of person of color descent. Person of color descent does not mean Africa. There are people of color, black people, all over this world, okay? All over this world. And it's been that way, right? Just want to make that clear. But non-black, okay, mean that they don't fit into that category. They don't have a race and a nationality. Most black people have a race and a nationality. So people are not just African American. There are people who are black American. I don't like the term African American, but black American, Caribbean, black American, Latino, or South American. You get what I'm saying? Black American, family British, like, things like that. All right. Excuse me. Ooh. So, what happened is, this is the person I started the band with. I was like, let's just do it. Let's just get it happening. And it turned left. And I'm not going to get upset at the friend who was like making a point of beats and work. People get it done a week, 2 weeks. People get things done. And I'm not going to get mad at them for saying that, because I understand the point that they were making by saying that to me, and me having to put my foot down with things, because that person understands how hardworking I am, how dedicated I am, how much when I get shit done, I get shit done. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get shit done, I get it done. When I'm writing, when I'm creating, it gets done. And it happens in rhythms and rhythms and rhythms. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the main point. When she did what she did, the Becky, the non-white woman. Number one, let me just start here. Okay? Now, most pro-black people, right? Because this topic is aimed more towards the alternative black woman, yet it could apply to the black woman as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Who has friends of other races. I find that this type of behavior and these things only happen with non-black, significantly white friends, okay? Significantly, all right? So I'm saying all that to say one thing, and I'm speaking this from my own experience of entertaining a black redneck male, okay? And oh, I got some experiences. I'm going to say this. Black women do not experience a self-hating thing. Even what y'all call anti-black is really the alternative black woman that's anti-disgustingness in the culture. Anti things in the culture that's an elephant in the room that everybody praises as if it's okay. Anti accepting the male's behavior and defending it because of slavery. This is what people misunderstand. Because I literally saw a post on Facebook that pushed this topic here as I was putting it together. Literally came across the feed. And they were cracking up and saying this is what their boyfriends look like. And of course, it was like some chubby white male. And we know that that's not what their boyfriends look like, okay? I don't know alternative black woman, whether she's with a male or a woman, that has anybody who looks like that. Gothic bitches, we know how to pick them. We know how to pick them good, okay? And we know how to pick beauty, and we know how to pick someone that takes care of us. So there was a little jealousy going on there. Now, I did want to speak to my cousin, and she has expressed to me that the alternative black woman that she has experienced, she said the same thing about the anti-blackness and the type of males they deal with. So basically getting into the whole psychology of what's going on with them, right? So I'm not denying that it does exist, okay? Just want to make that clear. Now, number one, and I want you to understand me closely. Again, speaking to somebody from the northeastern states, we get a different experience of life than other regions. I am starting to really see that. We really do. You want somebody who is non-black that is who they are. You get what I'm saying? That means that when she makes her potato salad, well, I hate to say it. I don't know anybody who ever put raisins in their potato salad. That shit trips me out. Or they collard greens. It just trips me the fuck out. It really does. When she is being herself, she's herself. Meaning the music she listens to is what she listens to. Meaning if she does like Tyler, the Creator, that's not a bad person to like, you know? Or she does like any type of hip hop and R&B. I mean, personally, I wouldn't want to deal with that, but I'm just saying, if she does, she actually listens to good music. But most of the time, I don't attract those kind of whites. I attract people who they are. And I encourage you to attract people for who they are. I don't care for people who quote unquote act black. Okay? I just don't. It is cool if maybe they may know black history. They may have knowledge of those things. That's cool. I okay. But the other stuff, no. It is this thing that the Becky will think that you subscribe to. Okay? Now, majority of the women who listen to me, majority of you are how I define divested black women. And one day I'll just do a show to define what the divested or the divested black woman is over here. Okay? Because I understand we have these divested zealots and these other kind of women. These are male-centered women. Okay? Divestment was never male-centered. And divestment was not BWE. I don't understand how that happened, but I mean, I've been around here for a long time. And I just don't recall any of that. I promise you I don't. Now, you have to watch for the hook with people. You have to watch for their games and mind flipping that they like to do. Now, you're going to be divested already from anything with black culture, black males, or black debauchery, correct? So when you hear Black Lives Matter, you're like, well, black lives need to matter to black people because you've lived there to know what you're talking about, right? It has to matter to black people. And when you hear people of other cultures try to talk about black people and say they don't stick together and this and that, even you know that inside of those hoods, there's a lot of things they do to stick together. More than what people realize that they do. But they do a lot of stuff to stick together. And the public fighting of black culture, because black culture is very honest. It's dark. It exposes everybody's secrets. You get what I mean? Because everybody fights in everybody's culture. Everybody betrays each other in everybody's culture. We know that already. But black people become the center point, right? Right. So you don't, once you meet a Becky and she is BLM heavy, red flag. Okay? Red flag. She's into dating black males, red flag. You walk into a space and the greeting is, what up, da 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 da, not okay. All right? Not okay. You greet them back with how you want them to greet you. Okay? That's your demanding right there. Or you don't respond. Okay? I once got a hey girl from one of my old manager. I didn't respond to her. I think I said hello or something like that or something, but I didn't say hey girl back. I don't know you to hey girl me. And I do hey girl. That's for people I fucks with that I'm like I say hi to. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to do that to me. I don't give a fuck about, because they have a problem with wanting to talk to you about. I talked about this already. Something with police and shit like that, because you have to understand what is going on with these kind of Caucasians. Okay, Caucasians are a bit different than the white foreign. I want you to understand that the white foreign, more intelligent, more focused, more goal oriented. You know what I'm saying? They can be Debbie Downers and Bob Bummers like a motherfucker. Like they really can, but that can be anybody, but they really can be that way. They don't, I just don't see the same thing with them in that kind of way with people who are more like white foreign, right? But the Caucasian Becky is a different one. She's the parrot that I talk about. She does not really have spiritual understanding or a full sense of herself. There is something deeply going on with her when she is all into black males and black culture. Something has also happened. So you're going to find some kind of trauma there with her, because she's going to say she's native and she has African in her and all kind of shit. And clearly this is a white bitch that you're looking at, okay? Something is wrong. So you have to first identify that because you're going to find trauma somewhere. And then you have to look at yourself to why I attracted this significant kind of Becky. And the reason you have to look inside, why did I attract this significant kind of Becky or white male as well, okay? Because is there something that is so ragefully angry and hateful, and you have your own internalized racism that is being reflected back to you? See, the universe works by energy. So you have to be honest with yourself. Now, I was with someone when that woman was talking to me about her son and the cops. I still cannot tell you. I still did not ask T what I said, but I just, man, I can't. So I've experienced this before online. People want to talk about the, white people want to talk about the cops and this and that. Caucasians want to, and it's just like, why the fuck are you talking to me about this shit? I can't relate. When I said that I can't relate, I don't live like that. The black alternative male has a deeper struggle. And his struggle is one or two things. Either he is around in this world because of his own self-hate and his hate for black culture and his hate for his skin and his hate for being black. Okay? This is why his hair looks the way it does, because he hates his hair. He hates his skin. He has a respect for white males, and a lot of times he is bisexual, and he does fuck white men, and a lot of times he has some admiration for white women. He admires some freedom that he feels that the white woman has that he does not have. Okay? Also, the black male who is alternative, who is dating women of other races, significantly one race, which is the white woman, the Caucasian woman especially. He is internally struggling with himself as a black male in this world. Therefore, he too will attract a racist Becky. This is why when she fucks him, here comes the semen warfare, where she jumps on video and she got shit to say to you, right? She got to tell you about how you pat your hair because it's itching, and that is all the internalized hate that's in him that's reflected back to you, because he is very jealous of you. We all know the black male is jealous of the black woman. We know that. Now, what am I saying to the black woman's guide? Do not let anyone, because I find more with the black male. Like one time I heard a black male say, oh, I went to Quiznos to have a sandwich and not Subways, and they have all of these giggly racist jokes amongst other males. Okay? And I want black women to please not do that, because comedy is dark, and comedy is where people can say mean things to you and be mean in a very shady. That's what shade can be. So you don't allow that. I want you to also not feel the need to be other than yourself when you are amongst them. You can very much be yourself. If you feel like you can't, then you don't need to be around them. Okay? it is okay for you to be Mujib. I don't trust y'all with those names. Y'all be trolls. Could you tell me what you would like to talk about? Because I don't got time for the bullshit. This is a very serious topic that I am talking to black women and alternative black women. I don't have time for the fuckery. So Mujib, what do you want to talk about up here? I need a synopsis, and I'll see if I drop the link for you to come up here. So as I was saying, I need you to not do that. I feel how? What do you want to talk about the topic? Is there something significant that I said? Is there something you want to comment behind? I need significance, specifics, directness about your topic, okay? What did I say that you want to comment behind? Exactly. What did I say that you want to comment behind? So, that part. Mm-hmm. You don't always have to respond to people. You're not saying, I'm asking you a direct question. What is the specific thing, no bullshit, that you want to talk about? The Becky topic, the black alternative? I mean, what? I don't know what that means. You're not answering my question. I told you I don't trust you people with those kind of names. Y'all be trolls. What did I say that you want to talk behind? So, yes. Yes. Something else that is very important. There's nothing wrong with having. No, I'm going to judge you by your name. And you're going to be judged. I ask you a significant question. It's okay if you have sincere Caucasian non-black friends. Sincere. Okay? The woman that I had started the band with thought I was going to subscribe to the bullshit she was doing to end up being a single mother. She was like, it don't matter what it don't matter what what he thinks, because she decided to go run and make a mixed baby. Okay? That shit is retarded. It really is. So she wants to run and make a mixed baby. And so what happens is she's like, it doesn't matter. It's about me. It's about me. It's not about him. And I'm trying to get through her head. No, it's about the child having a two-parent connection, co-parenting, and it's important to make a child with someone who's going to be there. Mind you, I'm a fucking mother 3 times. Okay? And therefore, she went and made a comment. She went and make a comment, and she was like, what did she say? She was like, I'm good, my family, this, that, and the third, and I'll be taken care of. And like, she had it all figured out. And then what happened is, I realized in that moment the bullshit. I knew it anyway, but I didn't want to be a part of it, because she was having this baby and she did not tell this black male that she was having a baby. Now, the reason it bothered me too was I did not want to be a part of that shit when the shit hit the fan because I knew it was coming. Because his sister's mother is an alternative woman, alternative black woman, right? And therefore, I was sitting here like, you know, nah, bro, this ain't cool. Like, this ain't cool. Like, I really was on my Libra shit with it. But when I think about it now, I was not wrong for feeling the way I feel and reacting the way that I did. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about him. It wasn't about the black male and nothing. But what that experience showed me is how ridiculous the connection and the coming together is between the black male and the Caucasian woman. So I'm talking to the black woman that is having these friends and even relationships, because it's all relationships. Do not let people internalized racism be put upon you. Okay? You meet a Caucasian woman and she's like, well, I really want to have a mixed baby. You don't want to be friends with her. Something is just wrong with that. Something is just wrong with that. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. Okay? Because we're smart enough to know, as alternative black woman, this one thing, or any divested black woman, this one thing. You are in white supremacy. The men of your culture run this world. This is why your mother and your grandmother think she has authority over everybody and to monitor and say what she wants to everybody about what the fuck they're doing. Okay? This is the world of you that you're born into. But you choose to go be with the lowest male in the cultures. You didn't choose to be with an Arab. You didn't choose to go be with a very a high class East Indian male. You didn't even go European, okay? Or French or any of that. You go to what is the lowest of males in the patriarch. Because for Becky, it's about rebellion. It's about, this is my rebellion against white culture. But there's a trick to her. She's going to still use her white privilege when she can fucking use it, because she knows that she has it. She knows she can go to a BLM, cut the fuck up, slum it with the niggas in the hood, and still go back to her white privilege. Do you get what I'm saying here? This is a this is a white apologist. And it's hard for me to say white. This is the Caucasian apologist. I don't do apologist. And you shouldn't either. You don't need somebody who feels obligated to like you as if you're nothing in this world. I told you from the very first one, from the Black Woman's Guide, everybody hates you. Dear black woman, everybody hates us. Okay? You gotta get that the world hates us. Get that through your motherfucking head. This election shows black women how much everybody hates us. Not that I didn't know, but it's really showing how much everybody hates us. I want you to think about this. DEI, right? No black women are the most educated. Black women are also the ones who are, because this includes black and Caribbean women, because they're getting concluded into this mix. All right. Also, black women are stamping their passports, going across seas and speaking multiple language, and they're also polyglots. And they're not just foreign black women. These are black women doing this. Black women are going back to school to get masters, PhDs. Some black women, I know the most of the ones I know have at least an associate's degree on top of something else. These are the black women that I know. The black woman who created me here, she is always getting something, going to school, getting certified in something. She is always on the go. She don't play. And I get that from her. And then on top of that, black women are starting businesses without loans, quiet as kept. So what is this DE&I business really about? Because when I go out here, especially in my poly dating world, and I do date interracially, the non-binary, trans, asexual, scoliosexuals, and all of them, those are all non-black women that I'm talking to, or non-black males that I see that are like this. Every once in a while, I do know black women who are F to M now. I knew about F to M's way before my time, before anybody knew F to M's even existed, before people even knew anything about trans world. And then on top of that, it turned into who you're gonna find that nobody, no black woman or black person, like, okay, never needed it, but yet they talking as if she did or they did. You can go run the statistics right now and you're going to find in those federal works, it's still not a percentage of black people there. It's still not a percentage of black people in many jobs out here. Didn't I just tell you a lot of black women are entrepreneurs? Didn't I just tell you a lot of black women are stamping their passport and going across seas to go to school or live their life and speak another language with their children or no children at all? So who is this attack really on as a whole? At the end of the day, you got all cultures of women braiding their hair and putting in hair weaves. At the end of the day, you have all cultures of women they've been wearing lashes, but they're doing it a certain type of way. You got white males who are emulating gay black males who is emulating who? The black woman. The black women in their life. I want y'all to think about that. Then also, I like to add that this whole situation is a major gaslight. Because Trump is very good at that. And we're going to listen to an audiobook about the fucking dark psychology of Donald Trump. They're really good at gaslighting. I can go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pay it. It makes sense to do it. Where's she at? 1 second, y'all. I can't even do it. I'm gonna have to ask her for tomorrow. I can't even do it right now. Yeah, do your own research. Don't just listen to what that man is telling you. He's a good liar. He's a very good liar. He is the art of seduction. He's a myth star. That's what he is. He's the myth star. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, y'all. Black women. This is a time when nobody is our motherfucking friend. Okay? Nobody can be trusted. Maria at your job can't be motherfucking trusted. Jose at your motherfucking job can't be motherfucking trusted. Can't be trusted. Uh, you can't. And as the alternative black woman, at this time, the best situation is stick together with other alternative black women. I never thought I would ever say this, but I'm saying it. Like, this is the time. This is the in these times right now, black women need to stick together with other black women, and alternative black gals stick together with other alternative black gals. And now I understand, while the top of last year around this time, I was creating that group that I've been creating in Facebook low key. Now I understand, because when I went back to it last year, like the end of last year, it was a description of like what it was for, and it was empty. I didn't have it. I was like, damn, why am I doing this? Lola Brown, alternative black woman, or alternative or gothic black women. That's what I mean. But alternative, I use the term alternative because alternative is pretty much your Afro punk black woman, your metalhead black woman, your punk rock black woman. You get what I'm saying? That's the alternative black gal. The colored hair black woman. She's not doing the typical black woman look that everyone expects her to look like. And a black woman could look whatever the fuck she wants to look like. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when I say alternative black woman. Mm-hmm. I think this is the time to stick together more. Hang around other alternative black women. I understand if you are dating interracially, that's fine. I mean, if you're dating interracially, you may have to go to other women of I encourage go to other women of color. Okay? Because I'm finding on even on the dating sites, people I'm looking at who are clearly Caucasian, clearly white, want to put, well, I'm indigenous, native, I'm a woman of color. And it's just like, where? Like, girl, where? Where? That's what I'm trying to tell you. This ain't a time to be nice. I never was nice. I'm told all the time that I'm fucking mean. This ain't time to be too friendly and shit like that. This has really done something to me. This has really shifted my attitude. Not that I didn't already have one, but it's like this shit shifted me. Because I literally, for all this time, I was not seeing no Americans, right? Remember, I was telling you, I didn't see no Americans doing the things that I said I like. But then, since this situation happened, suddenly and miraculously, I'm finding all of these black women channels doing the things that I was searching for in my algorithm. And I'm like, interesting. I'm also finding other black women, since I've been doing this, because everything is what? Frequency and vibration, who are also talking to black women and telling them about this. And I'm going to present a video to you. I have to go into my playlist. I think I put it into my watch later playlist. Let me see. One second. Oh, jeez, my watch later is loaded. Hold on, y'all. This shit gotta go. That bitch. This is this one. This goddamn watch later, goddamn 10 years old. I gotta go all the way down to the bottom to find this video. Oh, okay. It's not even in the playlist. Okay, I gotta go through this watch later, but it's not. It's not in this significant playlist. It's actually in the other one. Okay, let's find it. Give me a moment, guys. I dropped the link if anybody wanted to come up and talk. I'm gonna tell you now. If you be on any bullshit, I'm kicking you off. I don't got time. I don't got time. I think it was in. Is it on my notes? Oh, Black Women the World Hates. It might be in this playlist. This can go away. No, I'm gonna keep this. I don't really want that to go. Okay, now I got the thing to scroll down. Before that shit wasn't even working. I know I ain't crazy. Microaggression weapon used to silence black women. Okay, this one is like about 30 minutes. Okay, I feel like this woman, I have not watched this, but I feel like this woman can bring the topic home for me. Like, I got I've never had nobody ever ask me what's alternative black, but hey, some people don't know. It's all good. All right, we're gonna watch this lady. Come on, screen share. Let's go. I need to go ahead and put something in the oven too. And we're gonna watch this lady. Let's move her over. Right next to the button. All right, y'all see her? All right, we're gonna get it rolling.
Workplace diversity and inclusion programs, sometimes referred to as diversity, equity, and inclusion, have failed people of color in general, but Black women in
Okay,
particular,
okay, that makes sense.
they
You're
have
in the
failed.
South. I mean, I'm from New York City, raised in the South, but I'm back here. Alternative black women, because unless you're in like the city part of the South, you will see this. This is the black woman with the, because I don't know, do you understand what Gothic means, Lola Brown? Have you ever, let me just show you what an alternative black woman looks like, okay? Actually, I be trying not to show people personal pages, but I'm going to show you what an alternative black woman looks like, okay? So, this young lady here, matter of fact, let me show you. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you her, okay? This is an alternative black woman. Alternative, the reason we're called alternative or Gothic because of black. Gothic just means dark, right? You can go into the whole history of the whole word Gothic. Gothic, actually, the whole culture of Gothic comes from uh Sweden, because it was a Gothic tribe and the Vikings and stuff. Then it stranched off to the Anglo Saxons and like the UK and stuff, and it came over here to America. And so, therefore, regions, yeah, with what Ian, but Thriller just black women still. I don't understand that. What, but Thriller just black women still. No, the term Gothic or alternative black women. Have you ever heard of Afropunk? There is a term for us. Yes, alternative or Gothic black women. We're the ones in all black. We have on the platforms. We're wearing Doc Martens. We're wearing her hair like how she has her hair. We style our clothes like how she has it. She's a little bit more of a younger gal. You know what I'm saying? So you can see her style here. It doesn't really matter your age, but I'm going to give you someone else. Where's my girl? Right here. No, not Lorna. Who's the other one? No, Lorna. Okay. This my girl right here. And then we got Roxy. All right, so we have her. This is Lorna Shorner. We have her. This is an alternative black woman. But this right here is our queen. We love her. This is Roxy. As you can see, she is a darker skinned woman of color. Yes, Roxy, she is mother alternative gothic. Yes, she is. She is a twin. Her twin, by the way. As you see, Roxy, this is her. She's advertised for Killstar. I think she was the first black woman to advertise for Killstar. So these are your alternative black girls or black gals. Okay, let's get back to the chat room. Did you say anything else? But Thriller just black women still. I don't okay. So these are your alternative black women. Okay. That's the perfect example to describe it. And that's why I say alternative black women need to stick together. I can't speak for the regular black women. I could still do the black women's guide, but I can't in this terms of this type of situation. The ones who kind of deal with it a lot more are us alternative black women. This topic today. I want you to know also, when you are an intelligent black woman, because we're going to go back to the video with the lady, and you speak a certain type of way. I'm from Queens, okay? This is how we talk, right? At the same time, any New Yorkers out there know I'm from Queens. I spent a lot of time in Brooklyn, and I spent a lot of my time in the city, and my nan who raised me is from Brooklyn, okay? And my voice is like hers. So that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I talk the way that I do. And there's other aspects to it as well. And in the spaces that I was in is the reason why I talk the way that I talk. Okay? You understand that they expect you to be a hood chick. They expect aggression. They expect you to talk a lot, especially being in the South. Because I see this a lot with black women in the South. Speaking of Southern women. They expect you to come into the room and take attention and because see, that's the thing about a lot of black women down here. They can walk into a space, hey girl, hi, da, 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 da. They're so animated. They're like a little, no offense when I say this, they're like a dog coming through the door for these Caucasians. So they expect that kind of attention when you come through the door or when you come into a space. So when you're very assertive, when you're very direct, and you come into a space and you're wearing that black alternative look, that makeup, whatever, it is, and you speak the way that you speak, and you nod, and you say what you need or whatever, or get what you need and go, they can't handle that. Because that's not the black woman that they know. Because now in that moment, they're looking at you as a woman of color or a black woman in their eyes, but the way that you talk, the way that you carry yourself is not the kind of black women that they know. And so therefore, they instantly can have a problem, and you can instantly become inferior to them in that space. Because a black alternative woman is a very creative woman. She's always doing something. I swear. She's playing an instrument. She's writing a song. She's probably in a band. Real creative butterfly. All right, y'all, let's get to this video. I didn't realize we was at part 5, but maybe I caught part 5 for a reason. But let's go. This lady's name is Miss Colette Elizabeth. Hey, that's my grandma name. All right, Elizabeth, let's see what you got to say. Let's go. I'll be in the chat room.
Us miserably in areas of microaggression. According to McKinsey and Company's annual Woman in the Workplace report, it's the 2021 report, Black women were 4 times more likely than their white counterparts to experience microaggressions in the form of being questioned about their capacity or their capabilities. I'll link the report in the description box below. Hi, my name is Colette, and I created this channel as a safe space with you in mind. I help Black women to embrace new seasons of their life with purpose and joy by pursuing resilience.
Commercial, y'all. I knew it was coming because it came on too fast for me.
Wix gives you the freedom to tell your story.
All right, hold on, y'all.
With a professional website that reflects who you are and what you have to offer.
I don't think I do.
Customize.
They know what they doing with these goddamn commercials. I know I don't got no premium account.
Pursuing resilience, practicing self-leadership, and by pivoting towards entrepreneurship. If anything I've said resonates with you, welcome to the channel. At this time, I encourage you to get you something to write with, to take notes, a pen, a paper, your iPad, phone, whatever you use, and get comfortable. We're going to talk. You are going to see me look down because I am looking at my notes and I want to get this information to you and not miss anything.
I want to comment something further. Before we get to the microaggressions, the alternative Gothic Black woman is a very different Black woman. She's still a Black woman, yes, but she's a very different Black woman. And a lot of Black women in the South, which I don't understand for us that come from Black Caribbean, Black Spanish, or any type of mixture, or any type of nationality like that, y'all don't understand, and I'm not attacking you, I'm just saying, y'all don't understand. We understand culture from the northeastern states, and we acknowledge culture. We don't just accept we're not just Black women because we're around so much different cultures of Black people or people of color, okay? Also, the alternative Black woman is a different breed of a Black woman. Our experience, we are the first divestors from the Black community, the original divestors of the Black community. We are often accused of being anti-Black. A lot of times we are, but a lot of times we're also anti-disgustingness with Blackness and the shit that comes with it. And a lot of times we're the ones, we don't support, not all Black alternative, because there are a lot of pro-Black alternative women. I'm not one of them. A lot of us don't support Black Lives Matter and stuff because we see what the bullshit is, and we also realize Black lives has to matter to Black people. You understand? It has to first matter to Black people before Black people ask other people. So no, Black alternative women are a different breed of women, because when I go out here and I have on my goddamn Doc Martens, somebody gonna tell me that's white. When I go out here and I wear my platforms and this and that, you understand, people in the South are going to identify that with white, and that's a very ignorant thing because it's not. Oh, okay. I've heard pro-Black people that don't support BLM. I've heard of that too. A lot of people can see what I know. She don't give a fuck. That person that created that, she don't give a fuck about Black people. What she was really doing, I'm going to tell you what she was doing. She really was exposing how disgusting Black males are That's what she was doing. She's very clever. I give it to her. She's fucking clever. She created something that was to expose black males and their disgustingness. That's what I'm talking about. That's who most divested black women do not fuck with. That we don't want to deal with is that black male. Who is this? Light is here. You don't have to. By the way, this show you don't got to show your face. I'm gonna let you up. Hold on. All right, you got it.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Go ahead. Make your comment.
What is the topic about?
We're not doing that. It's called Black Women's Guide. Do not accept their internal racism upon you. And I've been talking for 1 hour.
Wow, nice. Yeah, racism is bad, you know.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about internal racism. I'm talking about how when people interact with people of color or black people, the things they say, the way they approach is as if it's okay to talk to me like that, or as if it's okay to talk to me about some things that don't have shit to do with my personal life. I don't give a shit that your son got arrested or something happened with the cops. Why are you telling me this? You see what I'm saying? It's like these subtle things. It's all because of the stereotypes and people talk about these things. For example, I remember I had met masculine trans male that was white, and that person was like trying to talk to me about hip hop. I'm like, I don't fucking listen to hip hop. It's shit like that. Now go ahead, you got the floor. Oh, that's what I'm trying to tell you. She don't fuck with black males. She was exposing them.
That's good. Let me tell you something. They know that racism is bad. They must not talk like that, but they do. What can we do?
What I'm saying is, you don't allow it.
We don't allow it?
You don't allow it. So if I walk into a space and you say what up to me, I'm not responding to you. What up is a personal thing. And how do you know I even talk like that? That's
Mm,
racism. You're assuming that that's how I communicate. When everybody who does not, who, and when somebody's talking to a stranger, you say hi, hello, hola, konnichiwa, wherever you're from.
yes, yes.
Right. So when you say stuff like peace, when you say stuff like what up, those are personal things. Those are personal greetings.
Yeah, like if they have a relationship with you, they can call
Yes.
and they can say what up. But if
Yes.
they are, yeah, if they see you and they are not in, don't have any relationship with you, they must say like hello or hi. You mean that?
Exactly. That's
That's
respect.
good.
Yes.
Yes,
That's
the people must
internalized.
do that. Yeah,
That's internalized racism.
yeah, but
I'm from New York
that's
City.
up to
Uh huh.
it's up to people. It's up to people. They like say what up or something else. Like it's so hard to uh, don't tell them not to do that.
Well, some people say what's up. Like, what's
Yeah.
up? There's nothing wrong with, hey, what's up? There's nothing wrong with that. That's a friendly gesture. But the term with the what up? No, 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 no. That's personal. That's
Like you
that's
mean
cultural. That's
what's up is good, but if you they say what up, you're offended.
yes. I'm not offended. I'm just not gonna respond to you.
Yeah. So people, it's hard to tell them these things. They will not, you know. they will do it again and again. They will say what up every time. If
No,
you
they
tell
won't.
them, they will do it more.
Mm-mm. No, they won't. I remember uh, I went to a corner store and it was a guy that communicated with me like that. And I never responded to him. I'll
Was he
say it took
white?
about a week. No, he was Aki. He was Pakistani, Middle Eastern or Arab like that. One of those.
Oh,
Cause and he kept talking like that. And I never responded to him. Because first of all, I didn't even know
maybe
him.
maybe he
Wait, wait.
didn't know the culture.
That's
Culture.
my
Maybe he
point.
was like cool or something. Like he think
No, no.
it's cool thing to
I
call
don't know
that.
you. I don't know you. And I didn't respond to him for the longest. I was very serious and I responded to him. Then eventually he caught on and he started communicating with me respectfully. He started communicating with me differently because I
You
showed
mean
him
he?
how to treat me.
You mean he understand?
Yes, he understood through my silence and not responding and not laughing with him because I don't know you. This is the same
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
I'm talking about. You have to catch on to the subtle things. Where are you from?
Like Middle East?
What's your nationality? You're from Belize?
No,
You sound like you from Middle Eastern. Are you Middle Eastern or East Indian?
I'm Asian. I'm not Indian.
Oh, you're Asian. Damn,
Yeah,
such a close accent.
good. You mean good accent or bad?
No, 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 no. Like the accent for people in East India and the Asians, y'all be having very close accents. The way y'all say words. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
you're
uh,
Asian, right?
I'm
Okay, hold
from
on. Wait, wait,
Asia.
wait. Okay, which Asian are you?
Not Indian. Better
No, no,
not to
you're
say.
no, no, you're Asian. But which Asian are you? Are you Chinese? Are you Korean? Are you Japanese? Which Asian are you?
Not Chinese, not Korean, not Japanese. Not
Okay,
none
so
of them.
just hear me out. Who says Anichiwa?
Konnichiwa? Don't know.
Which okay, let me make a point. I meet you. You're Asian, right?
Yep.
I think that's isn't that Korean? And I go, Anichiwa. How you how you gonna respond to that?
It,
Thank you,
I will not be.
Underhill. That's
I will not be.
Japanese.
I will not be offended.
Okay. If I
Yeah.
go, a join
Like,
yoin.
let me tell you something, okay? The people in Asian, they are so friendly. They are not offended by these words. If you tell them anichwa or hi or hola or like these things, they they will they think it's cool. They will even become
No, he
friendly, more friendly with you. But
no, I
I don't know why are people in West offended by these words if you say what
okay,
up
I'll
or
explain. Okay, so you don't under okay, let me explain. Okay.
okay.
You have to understand the history of black culture in America. Do you
Oh
understand the history of black culture in America?
no, no, I
I
don't.
will I will explain it to you. In
Okay.
America, people came over and they colonized. Right? I'll make it simple. It started the people in America, it didn't just start with the indigenous Indian or Native Americans, that's what they're called, the Native Americans, right? Which was an indigenous culture. Native Americans, indigenous people were all over, and they were all over in tribes. You have the Taino tribe who was in Puerto Rico. You have well, we talk about America, right? Because America and the Caribbean are connected, but I'll keep it simple.
Do
So
you
in
live in
America,
America? You there?
I'm in America. Just listen to me. Just hold on. I don't want to
Okay.
mute you. Just listen to me. So in this culture, the people of black and brown skin were enslaved, meaning they were made to be slaves. Okay? From people picking them up on boats, them being sold out and all this stuff and put in chains, dropped off from fucking South America, all over the Caribbean to the America. Actually, America was the last spot that they put the leftover slaves when you get into the history of this, okay? Now, do you know how many years these people of color, black people, were enslaved? 400 years. If you count 400 years, that's not long ago. That's like 6, 7 generations, right, everybody? That means that's not too long ago. Now, my great family, my great grandmothers, they, meaning my grandmother's mothers. You get me? On my mother and my dad's side come from
Yes, yes.
Cuba. Cuba is in the Caribbean. That's where they came from over into America to have a life outside of Cuba because there was slavery in the Caribbean as well. And they needed, of course, slavery was over, but they wanted a better life. Even when they freed the slaves, they only freed the slaves because the argument was that they didn't need their labor anymore. Because if you study the 1800s, you're going to find it was so much industrial things that were created. They it got more technology. Tesla, this is why they killed Tesla, because he was before his time. But I think I'm going too fast here, but let me just tell you. While these people were free, our ancestors were still mistreated. Do you understand that? We were called
Yes, yes.
Sambo, and it was pictures of cartoons with black faces and red lips. And they were racist towards everybody because you're Asian, right? They will have an Asian character with slanted eyes that's super short. You see what I'm saying? Because anybody who was not a part of being was classified as white. Got it, okay? So whether you were anything, you got clown. But black people had it worse. Do you know that over here in those times, there were signs that said white only and black only? Black people had to go and sit on the back of the bus. And if somebody white came on that bus, you had to get the fuck up from your seat. Could you imagine experiencing that as an Asian? I just want you to feel what's going on. So then I'm going to just keep going. Then there was the segregation movement. Because we were segregated. Black people it was in black neighborhoods, black schools. White people went to white neighborhoods and white schools. There was a big racism. And this is race. This is how it all started. So the abuse and racism kept going on even after being freed from slavery. This is all stuff that happened in the 1950s to 1960s to 1970s. 1980s, even, kind of then the 1990s, all this stuff. Because I want you to understand that this internal racism does not leave people. It's still in their DNA. And this is why we're going through this with Trump, because he comes from that era. He's called a boomer. Okay, we have boomers, we have Gen Xers, and we have millennials and Gen Zs and alphas. The generations go by the years. I am a millennial, 1984, baby. My thing is, now that you understand this, there's a certain way and certain ways that cultures speak and cultures act. You're Asian. I've been around a lot of Asian. I have a friend that's Japanese. I've been around all kind of cultures because New York City is a melting pot of. It's an immigrant state. It's just
Asia is not
everybody's.
just Japanese, okay?
No, my friend is Japanese.
I mean, I'm not from there, Japan or
No,
this
that's fine.
country.
I know you made that clear. When I said Anichiwa, you didn't. It's fine. You said you're Asian. My point is, when you have all of this happening to people, I'll get to the comments in a minute, y'all. This internalized racism still carries on. You have to understand the white woman was still a part of monitoring the slaves on the slave field. This is why you have what you call a Karen. And this is why Karen thinks she's obligated to monitor black people's activity and say things. This is why the white woman feels like she can be in your face and just talk to you and ask questions to you about your hair and this and that. Because she never had to have a boundary. This shit is in her DNA. There's movies that you can watch. Okay? So
Yeah.
this is white supremacy.
So let me ask you something.
Yes.
So what do you want? Do you want Trump to get out of being president? Do you want a black president, Obama?
Oh no, it's not about that. It's not
So
about that.
what's about?
It's about me talking to Black women significantly about the guide. That's why it's the Black Woman's Guide. About what is best for us to do in these times.
Like not
You got to
responding
under
to what up
No, that
or
was just
something.
an example. That was just an example. And then I had a video I was playing with the lady, and she was talking about what she was talking about. Do you have anything else to say? Because I have to present this video and I have to get to my comments.
So no, no, I didn't understand what you want. I mean, like this racism. I know that black people were slaves or something like back in history. That's
Right.
so bad. I'm really sad about that. But
Mm-hmm.
it's what it is. Like I I don't think people can do anything.
Mm-mm. People can do something.
So what? What can they do?
What I'm saying, Black women really need this is a time of sticking together. This is a time of going, where's that person? Lola Brown understand what I'm saying. Into going into segregation again. We for I'm talking about the Black alternative women. Stick together with other Black alternative women. You understand? Unless you have a sincere friend of another race, then that's fine. As long as
You
it's
mean
sincere.
they must not be friend with white women?
They can't be trusted. They all voted for Trump. They all voted
That's
for Trump. Like that's very telling. They all voted for Trump. And then there were
but that's
Black women
bad.
that voted
You
for
don't
this.
know you don't know that they all voted for Trump. Maybe they didn't.
Was
How do you
it
know that?
like 92? Just as it was 92% is Black women who voted for Trump, there was about
That's what media
92%
says.
of no, there was about
That's
like
what
90
media says.
something. Anybody can pull up those statistics. Underhill somebody. There's like 92 or something, 80 the percent of white women who voted for Trump. They was neck and neck with the white male.
Like if you tell that black people must not have a friendship with white women or black women must not have friendship with white women, that's like racist.
Aren't they racist? They voted for Trump. And if you see Trump,
No,
you over here, you across seas, you see the stuff that Trump is saying to us? Do you see how he's treating Black people?
that's bad. No, I don't defend him. That's bad. If you treat black people bad, that's bad. It's not right. But that was bad thing that you say that black women must not have friendship with white women. You said that they are not trusted.
As long as if you're gonna be associated or friends with anybody who's white right now, they need to be sincere. Okay, because I'm
About
understanding that people on who listen are interracial daters. I'm an interracial dater, and I'm also poly. That's another topic. My thing is make sure that they are sincere. You understand? Because at this time for Black women, like Black women who are not alternative Black women, the Black woman in a career, the Black woman that's working, and all these different things, still she needs to
yeah,
stick with other Black women at this time because white women can't be trusted. And any white woman who's offended, she can go kick rocks with no socks because 53% of white women voted. Okay?
53%.
53%.
It's not all.
53% of white. That's a lot. No, 53% is a lot, whether you think so or not. That's half. That's half of the race of white women that voted for Trump. 92% of Black women voted for Harris. That means that most black, but other percentage, though, they voted for Trump because more than likely those Black women are dating or with white males or men of other races. And they voted for Trump, or so those 92% of Black women who voted for Harris need to understand they can't be trusted. I'm just sticking to it. They can't be trusted. Don't help nobody. Don't help nobody Hispanic. Don't help nobody that's Latin. Don't help. No, don't listen to white women when they're asking about safety with you. Don't talk to us. Don't talk to black women. Is Lola Brown still here? Don't talk to us. That's what the hell I'm saying. This showed enough. It was in that was a slap in the face. Every race betrayed the black woman. Every fucking race betrayed even her own, even black males voted for Trump. She can't trust him either. She can't trust him either. And the thing is, this is what I'm saying. This is for black women at this moment. Black males can go talk to each other all day. I don't give a shit. They also all they do in the podcast. Right now, I'm gonna be the voice and say, black women, it's time to say fuck everybody and learn really how to stick together. %83 overall. Do the math. 92% they voted for Harris. Black males voted for Trump. How much did the black males vote for Underhill? That's my shooter down there. That's what I'm saying. I understand you're Asian. I understand you live across where you live at and you have a different experience, and that's wonderful. But my experience as a black woman, my experience as a gothic alternative black woman is very different. Urban Trump. Okay, so urban Trump 25%. Okay, suburban Trump 47%. Rural Trump 65%. No surprise there. The real divide was local culture as I see it. Okay, so between the Hispanic and Latin. Okay. Yep. And I understand. I hear you. But you got to understand and hear the experience. Because you as an Asian, wherever
Maybe
you're
in there
from.
it's different. I don't know. Maybe in there
Yeah.
it's different, but it's bad that you say that black male also voted for Trump and you must not give a shit about them. That's bad.
Well, they voted against their own. They did this to themselves. The city culture versus the country culture, plainly speaking. Oh,
How
okay. Look,
many
okay,
black
got you.
did you say? Black male
Urban.
who voted for Trump? 83%?
No. 92% black women.
No, no, black males. How much?
How much for the black males, Underhill? Underhill's going to tell us. How much exactly did the black males vote? Because 83% will be about.
Why did they vote for Trump? You could have told
I can
them.
tell you why. Because at the
You
end
could
of the
have told
day,
them.
because Trump is a male and black
No,
males hate black women. I'm telling you the truth. Black males hate
no.
black women, but black women don't want to accept that reality. They don't want to accept that the black male hates them.
But
That's
sometimes
the
black women also marry white males.
yeah. Yes, a lot of black women are interracially dating. More than
So
what people know. A
you
lot of
can
black
be,
women are
we can't
interracially
blame
dating.
them. We cannot blame them.
No, I can blame them
Why?
because look what's happening. And now he has thrown black males under the bus. What? Listen, Trump is so unhinged. He will get on that microphone and he will say, there's no law against hurting a black male, whether it's an adult or a boy or a little child. Trump is so unhinged, he will get on that microphone and say,
But he didn't say
"There-
that till
he,
now.
but I'm saying he's getting close to it. He just
But he
blamed
didn't say
black
it till now.
people.
I think.
I'm gonna say it. He blamed black people for the plane crashing in DC. He blamed black people. Okay? In a very
That's
shady way,
that's
he
bad.
blamed them.
If it's real,
No, he
that's
did.
bad.
He did. He did it yesterday. A plane crashed and he blamed black
I
people.
know about that plane crash.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like Asian people.
Asian, white. I saw one black guy. They were
They were
ice
the
skaters.
immigrants. They were the immigrants, yeah?
When he said DEI, he was talking about black people. Man, he was blaming the minority groups. Do you know that if you come here in America as an Asian, under here, is
Yeah.
Asians classified as a minor? You're considered a minority group when you come here in America. Like me,
Yes.
I'm a minority, but you'll be considered a minority as well.
But we are immigrants. You are not immigrants.
Well, my family bloodline is immigrant. My mother and my dad's grandmothers were from Cuba. Yes, they were immigrants.
They came from Cuba to America.
They came from Cuba to America. Yes.
So you are, but not you, your grandfather's grandfather. That's like so back.
Say what?
I mean that you are like American. Now you are not Cuban.
Yeah, I'm American. Yeah, my family's American, but I'm saying my bloodline goes back. When you go back into my family, they didn't even speak English. They go to Cuba. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
So
trying to
I
get you
mean
to
like
understand that I'm black. My nationality is Cuban.
you are
You get
like
what I
uh, African American like this something.
No, I'm not African American. I hate that word. Everybody and for everybody here that's black is not an African or did not come from Africa. When the
So
slavery started, when the slavery started, it went all over on this Western world side. It went from the Caribbean to South America, then North America. That's the
so
whole slave
sorry,
trade. And
I didn't
right,
know that.
yes, and of course some coming from Africa. My leaning, well technically my nationality. I say my nationality is Cuban. That's how I understand it. My race is black. My nationality is Cuban. I gave up
Mm.
citizenship. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, the
Okay,
heritage is
so
Cuban. I see what he's saying. So
mm.
basically, my
So what if
nationality.
what if a white male or woman voted for Harris? Will you trust them?
At this point, I still feel nobody can be trusted. I really
If
do.
even if they don't vote for Trump and vote for
Well,
Harris, they are also not.
I did say this. I said that if you if you have sincere friends of other races, then that is absolutely fine.
You must. You mean that if you know them, you can be friend with them.
I mean, yeah, if they're sincere and they're not racist, then that's fine. But here's the thing. When you're talking about black women in this continent, most black women don't have other races of friends, okay? Most of them don't.
They
So
are. They all have. You mean black friends?
they all have black friends. I don't have all black friends. My friends, I have a friend from South America. I have a friend that's Japanese. I have a friend that's
So
Mexican. I have friends that's Caribbean. You get what I'm saying? I don't just have just
yeah,
most of my friends.
but you said that they can't be trusted. How can you have friendship with them?
No, my friends can be trusted. I have sincere friends. My
So
friends
your friends can
understand
be
this
trusted.
world. And yes, no, and also the one who's Japanese is also mixed. She's mixed with Caribbean. Do you see what I'm saying? The Mexican friend, we're cool. She's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't have friends that are racist and bigots and things like that. But if they ever expressed anything that they felt about black culture or whatever, we can talk about it because there are things that I do agree with that they say about black culture. I'm not so pro black that I can't not listen to the truth about what black culture is.
Yeah.
Right now, for black women, they need to stick together and they need to not trust nobody. They already are like that, but now it's real serious where they really need to stick together and not trust nobody.
Yeah, stick
Do
with
you know?
those sincere non-black friends too.
Mm-hmm. And also, did you say that again?
I mean, they must stick with the sincere non-black friends too.
Yes. Okay. I thought I heard you correctly. Okay. Also, there are people who have expressed to me, and I have even seen that since Trump has been the president, they're not talking to black or brown people at their jobs anymore or their neighborhoods anymore. People are showing their face. There are people right now who are experiencing where they're not literally not communicating or having even at my own job I can sense and see the same fucking thing.
That's
Okay?
bad. That's
That's
bad. Yeah.
horrible. Right. So black women need to do the same. Black women need to have that same attitude when she walks into work in the morning or in the afternoon or overnight shift, whatever her shift is. Black
Yeah. Yeah.
women
It's
need to
hard.
keep that attitude because black women have a right to have an attitude and have a right to not talk to anybody that's out here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's they're right, but people don't respect that. That's hard.
Right.
I don't know what to say. I mean, people must respect everybody, black woman, black male, like everybody. That's mm, so hard to tell. And
Well, this is
black
why.
women must also let me tell you something. You can say these words to the white friends, like white friends you have. You can tell them this or the history or these words. Maybe they will be convinced and respect you and respect the rights of black women.
That's true. But see, here's the
Yeah.
thing. When you have sincere friends of other races, they will be aware of these things. See, the thing about people who, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. When somebody is not racist, right? Like,
Yeah.
I have a Japanese friend. I love a lot of things about Japanese culture. And I often talk about it and things that I learn, and they teach me things about their Japanese culture and things like that.
Yeah, they're good
When
people.
you are not a racist person,
Yeah.
you don't have to be out here advocating. You don't have to be out here doing the things that most Caucasians do. Those are white people, but the Caucasian is a different kind of white. But those are white people. You don't have to when you are not racist. Let me see. I have a comment.
Yeah.
Hold on. You are correct that a racist while oligarchy is in control and has power in this country, but it isn't every white person, I gotta say. I understand that, Underhill. I'm saying this is what I'm getting to, and you are going to understand what I'm saying. Now, as a white male, Underhill, because I think you did express that to me, right? I'm talking to someone in the chat room. Give me a second. Light.
Okay.
So, give me a second. So, I'm saying that sincere people who have friends of other races are sincerely your friend of that race, correct? They're not, I don't even think it's okay for people who are black that have white friends and they make a bunch of white jokes. I think that that's racist. Okay, do you get where I'm going here? You don't have to go to BLM and do all this stuff to show me that you like and you respect and have this thing for black people. You show me by who you are, who your character is, and who you are in spirit. You can say, I suppose you can say it that way, but I don't want to see those lines. I don't want to judge people by that. I understand what you're saying. I listen, I understand what you're saying. In this case, how can anyone be trusted by black women right now? Because what happened is a lot of white women on TikTok was like, what can white women do for you to trust us? Why would she ask that? Because what she's realizing, that white girl that white woman, excuse me, that had got up there in that TikTok and asked that, and all these other white women, they're seeing a different reaction of black women towards them. It goes back to what I said in the beginning. The black woman is a puppy when she walks through the door. She's like a dog. She gives attention. She brings light. She has energy when she walks into the room. And the white woman feeds off of that, or she hates. And there's white women, they like to still get that. And they're not getting that from the black woman anymore. That's what's happening. There'll be no reason for her to even ask, well, what can I do? Why would they even ask, what can we do for you to trust us? We don't trust you. Want to be able to give anyone the benefit of the doubt, no matter who they are. That said, though, I know many people don't see it that way. Many are evil in that regard. Yes, very true. But everyone that understands needs to be allies right now. Nobody is going to be allied. Black people, I'm going to be straight up, Underhill. Black people are not going to be allies to anybody who is of another race right now. Black women are not doing it. Because guess what? The Hispanics and the Latin are still disrespecting black people, blaming black people, telling black people, we stick together, we gonna be all right. And everybody like, okay, the Puerto Ricans, we the foundation of black culture, okay. Still being disrespectful out here. Have you seen the videos? I've shown them. So I understand your mindset and where you're coming from. But if you're going to behave like that, we cannot stick with you. We can't do it. Black women can't trust nobody. 92% is a high number. Black women can't trust nobody. I mean, goddamn, would you trust? Like, why are you putting yourself in my room more than one time? Like, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm going to put you in the back room. You can type to me in the private chat if you would like to come back on. I'm going to go ahead and present this video. Thank you so much for Light is Here. I appreciate your commentary. And I'm going to go ahead and present this video. And yeah, we can go ahead and make commentary from here. And I told you I'd check out this lady's channel, and we're going to play this. Enjoy.
Before we go there, let me just provide a little historical context about the term microaggressions. The term microaggressions was coined by Dr. Chester Middleton Pierce in the 1970s. Dr. Pierce was an African-American psychiatrist, and he was a tenured professor at Harvard Medical School. And while now the term includes other marginalized sectors of the population, initially microaggressions was focused on the experiences of Black women as it relates to gender-based and race-based type of behavior. So what are microaggressions? Simply put, microaggression is an action or a comment that conveys a negative message or statement about a marginalized person or a group of people. These disparaging actions or statements, they may be verbal, they may be nonverbal, they may be intentional, they may be unintentional. So you may say, Colette, how can a statement be nonverbal? Body language, as we know, body language is what 90% of how we communicate. So let me give you an example. You are a Black woman. You get into an elevator, there's another person in the elevator who happens to be a white woman. Just the two of you are in the elevator. You get in the elevator, as you get in the elevator, she grabs her purse and she clutches her purse and gets into the corner. That's an
One second, y'all. I'm not gonna get these food premium. Nobody's getting my money, bro.
that's an example of nonverbal microaggression. And men, like men, we hear about them experiencing that all the time. Okay. So using that same example, you, a Black woman, get in the elevator. Again, this happens to be a Caucasian woman. She's in the elevator. It's just the two of you in the elevator. As you get in the elevator, you're minding your own business. She says, I've never seen you before. Now, the emphasis here is on the word you. Then she says, do you live here? Again, the emphasis is on the word you. So when we're talking about microaggression, again, sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not intentional. Maybe the person just wanted some information. Maybe the person was being nosy. We don't know. But microaggressions can be intentional or unintentional. The important thing is the impact that it has is the same. It can be demoralizing. It can be othering. It's a problem. And I'm talking about microaggressions today. Other marginalized groups, they may experience microaggression. They do. But in today's video, I'm going to focus on Black women um, and how they experience microaggression in the workplace. Some people falsely believe that because we've had a Black president, we live in a post-racial society. I honestly did not realize that some people actually thought that way. Getting back to microaggression, a lot of microaggression that Black women face in the workplace is characterized by subtle put downs from white females. Now, you may say, Colette, you not like white females? No, I don't have anything against white females. I'm just saying what the facts say, what the studies show, and what I've personally experienced. And not just white females, but most of the microaggression that the studies concentrate on have to do with female to female, white to Black. And the purpose of a lot of these put downs, they're designed to other you, okay? To other you, to make sure that you understand that you are not a part of the normal group, okay? Sometimes these are blatant, they're sometimes they're very blatant. I remember I was I think we were going to lunch. I was going to lunch with a coworker. She's white, and she she had told me she had taken a class on slavery or something like that. There's a lot of studying about genealogy. And she made the comment, my family might have owned your family. She said it just like that. So I'm not going to get into what I said back because my Aunt Charlene might be watching and my mom. I didn't do any curse words or anything like that. But when I responded, she understood what I was saying. And that's what I'll leave it at that. But yes, the person made that comment to me, to my face, while we were going to lunch and felt okay saying it. Okay. So other times microaggression can be subtle. For example, you're in a meeting and it's a heated discussion about whatever. Everybody's heated. Voices are loud, elevated, people are talking over one another. And, it's just, there's a bunch of banter going back and forth, nothing personal. Folks are just trying to get their point of view across, their ideas across, what have you. So after the meeting, you were pulled to the side and told, hey, I noticed in the meeting you were overly aggressive. And of course, I just said that everybody's talking. Everybody's loud, everybody's voice is a little elevated, people are excited, what have you. So you're told this, but you're not given any examples of what that looked like. So then you say, well, wait a minute. John, he was talking loud and he was waving his arms and he talked over this person. And Lauren, she said A, B, C, and D. And I haven't said anything or done anything different than John or Lauren. And then the response is, well, John, he's just passionate. That's John is John. He's just passionate. And then the response is, oh, Lauren, Lauren, you know how assertive she is. She's always been that way. So that's an example of a subtle.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big meeting starts in 10 minutes. Or you're cramming for an textbook chapter. Or you're reviewing a dense legal document that could change your life forever. Or you're proofreading your thesis one last time before you submit it to make sure there aren't any errors. No matter what you have to read, we could all use a second pair of eyes to help us retain information and put our best foot forward. Enter Speechify, a reading assistant powered by artificial intelligence and deep learning, and designed consciously for students and working professionals who want to get more done. Speechify does the reading for you, so you can spend less energy reading and more energy comprehending. Choose your listening speed. Start at 230 words per minute and build to 500 words per minute, which is 2.5 times faster than most people read. Choose from a range of incredible voices that use human inflection, so you can stay engaged without getting tired. Don't have enough time to finish? Take your reading on the go with a single click. Best of all, Speechify is free. Click on the button to download now.
Man, these commercials, man. I'll get to the comments in a minute. Yo, let this video play.
Spin your passion into a business with Shopify and break sales records with the world's best converting checkout. Your customers can check out everywhere. Any way you spin it, you can be a smash hit with Shopify.
Okay, here she comes. She should be coming back. Better not be no other commercial. See, string y'all need to get their screen share together, bro.
A subtle microaggression. So you think about it and you look at John and Laura. They may belong to another marginalized group. They may not, but two things they are not. They're not Black and they're not a woman. Okay. You think about the whole thing, and usually what this has to do is othering you. Okay. A lot of times as Black women, we're the only one in these spaces. We're the only one in these spaces. Microaggression is a form of gaslighting. In many cases, this gaslighting is designed to silence you, to make you subservient, to put you in your place, to actually remind you of your place, that you are thinking you're up here but you really down here. The old people used to say they want to bring you down a notch. Okay. A lot of gaslighting, lots of gaslighting is connected to microaggression, or I should say, microaggression is connected to a lot of gaslighting. Okay. In one of the academic articles that I read for this video, the scholar, she talked about the policing of Black women's tones, meaning, she put in her article that her research showed that they were told, hey, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. Okay. How you said it. But they can never give you a description of how you said it. Now, I have a deep voice. I've always had a deep voice, and I have a loud voice. I've always had a loud voice. Okay. That's just my voice. I have tried to lower it. I've tried to soften it, all of that. It is what it is, So as Black women, we're spending a lot of time trying to come down into this box that people want to put us in so that we don't appear this way or we don't seem this way. Meanwhile, John and Laura, they can be passionate and assertive, and it's all good. It's all good. Okay. I'm not going to talk about it here, but there are a lot of studies that show that Black women, because of this type of stereotyping in this microaggression, you're overly assertive. Sometimes that comes off, and I've even had people say, you seemed angry. And we all know where that's going. We all know what that's about. The angry Black woman trope. We already know about it, And so I'm not going to get into a lot of details about that trope. We're all familiar with it. And many of us have tried our best not to be labeled as the angry Black woman, but it happens. We're labeled anyway. Okay. So I'm not going to get into the details about other normal microaggressive comments that we received, like, wow, you're so articulate, or you write so well. I have heard that over and over and over again. I'm so articulate. What did you expect me to be? I write so well. How did you expect me to write? It's baffling to me, And I'm not even gonna get into the little ridiculous ones. Can I touch your hair? You cannot touch my hair.
I'm gonna tell you
No,
something,
you
Black
can't touch
women.
my hair. Okay.
Because
I want to
this. I'm
also
getting to the
talk
comment
about
section now. I had to
a
go make me something
form
to
of
eat.
microaggression that I just learned about. Actually, I know it happens, but I didn't know the name of it. It's a phenomenon it was a Forbes article that I read about, and I'll link that article in the description box. But it's
Let me say something, and I'm going to get into all the comments in a minute, okay? Okay. Wait a minute. Black women who experience this, you got to check your energy. And I'm going to say it because it's V314 Bad Bitch Craft Radio. You got to check that nigga you fucking. You got to check what energy he has towards you. You got to check the energy of jealousy around you. You wrote a lot under here. I'm going to get you in a minute. Let me get a bite of food. Let me get something in my belly. And I'll read all your comments. Well, where was we at? Where was we at? We're going to start where you started. Okay, we're going to go to each and every one of your comments, starting with this one. experienced the hair thing, the question of why black people lotion thing when I was in motherfucking high school, okay? High school. I do not, for the life of me, attract none of this shit that this woman right here was talking about, okay? I really don't. Okay? This kind of thing happened because it's an energetic thing. Even black alternative women don't go through this. It's about how you carry yourself. No one has ever asked me about who I am and where, who, and I work. I've never experienced that. And see, even being down here, I never experienced that. I'm not going to either. See, it's key. Be mean. Come off fucking mean. Come off as not the one to try that shit with. I think y'all women, a lot of the black women who's experiencing this are coming off too goddamn kind and nice and friendly and trying to blend into the environment. I don't do that shit. Let me read these comments for a second. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all know how I get when I stuff my goddamn face. For a moment in the face of terrible common enemy. Like this administration is going to tear everything down. We aren't going to have an internet to even talk about this stuff on. Well, they can't shut it down because then now how we gonna get the news of them being complete assholes towards us? We need like that's needed because how are we gonna hear it? They need us to hear it, right? Man, let's just hope for the fact that Trump don't die and JD becomes our president. That's what the fuck we don't want. We don't want JD to be the president. But I do care. I agree. Solidarity does have to be the first step. But see, don't get it twisted. Because one thing I said, and I'm hearing a lot of other Democrats say, don't worry. One thing about a Democrat gonna go outside and fight. Literally. For a cause. You can say what you want. But we don't sit down and take it. Democrats are sitting back and watching and observing before they come together and start tearing some shit up. Don't be fooled. I've said this before. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, man. Bro. Excuse me, y'all. If this was a real podcast, I wouldn't do this. I mean, as far as like on a real podcast, and I wouldn't do none of this. My bad. I had to put something in my mouth. My face. Okay, I'm back. Hold on, we got more comments. Oh, you have more comments. I didn't even know. Also, what she is saying, the same crap done to me. As soon as I man realized that you want one of us, it's over for you. So you are. If you aren't willing to put it in the closet, they won't tolerate you. Oh yeah, that's true. They're stupid. Racists are stupid. That's just the bottom line of it. Caucasian racists are fucking dumb. I mean, they're so stupid. They did not pay attention to the times we were in. Okay? They did not pay attention to the times that we were in. Okay? We are in a time and this is what the divestors don't understand either. Them zealot by divestors don't understand. We are in a time where people are going to fight. And this is not a fight where it's just one race. You know how many people are going to come together and fight? What dynamic and cultures and race and everything that's going to come together and fight this? Trust me, everybody not sitting back and watching. Anybody who's MAGA wearing that hat right now are being discriminated against. MAGA has become the new Confederate flag. That's a real true statement. MAGA has become the new Confederate flag. Same exact thing from white people. If you look different at all from them, it isn't just skin color. It's that triggers that. I get that. I've seen a lot of brunettes get a hard time with blondes in high school. And that still goes on. I have seen blondes and brunettes go head to head. It takes a lot to make me superstitious, but don't ever mention President JD. What a nightmare. No. Hey, I'm going to start that. We got to face that reality. That's the one that needs to die. That's the one who needs to be unalived. It's JD ass. Hold on, y'all. It's a message I gotta get to that I fucking forgot about. It's about that time for me anyway. Woo! Feel much better getting that food. Getting that food. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just, oh man. Like, look at the whole thing. I mean, I don't even have to get into this video anymore. This man, yup, king with the evil guy whispering in his ear. This man, you can see it in his eyes that his mental is breaking down. His mental is breaking down. See? So he's regressing back into his absolute racist ideology from when he was a kid. And it's wild because they say Trump was born in New York City in Jamaica Hospital. That's wild to me. And if Trump grew up in New York City, that's why I say I have to really dig into his history, because people from New York City understand culture and race in a way that most people don't. If you come from New York City and you're still racist, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. What happened to her? It's a girl that had the mole on her face. I wonder what happened to her. I don't even know why that's coming up. That's so old. It started hitting me who that was. Okay. And we're supposed to be getting a $1,400 stimulus check. Okay. Well, it helps to understand some of his history. For one thing, growing up a billionaire is not the same as most New Yorkers experience. Exactly. But another, his family are New Jersey mobsters going way back. Okay, so New Jersey. His great grandfather got his first loan from Enoch Johnson of Boardwalk Empire fame, mobsters of mobsters. Okay, mobsters. They have always been New Jersey boardwalk mobsters. I never walked the boardwalk show. That was that with the guy. That was the rooster guy, right? The guy from all the mob movies. I think that's the one that got punched in the face like last year. Thrown out of New York social scene for being mobster. Oh. Well, Trump don't seem to be attacking New York. Well, yes, he did. When he deported those immigrants, that was an attack on New York City. Believe it or not. On dead. that is fucking hilarious. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking dead. Ooh, oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Da 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 da. So some of the history of that person and their friend. That's some okay. It all makes sense now. That's crazy. That's crazy. But you know what's wild? The Italians have such a history in America. But you want to know something? Everybody always praise the Italians like they have such an immigrant story and shit. The Italians enslaved the fuck. It was the first ones to enslave Cuba. Manhattan is fun. It stinks. Your feet hurt when you walk out there, but it's fun, and you're on top of a bunch of trash. But Manhattan is fun. Attitude and the type of white New York rich person he is. Oh, I know who Trump is in his attitude and the type of white New York. See, that's the thing about the racism in the city. I didn't say it didn't exist, but the racism I think is pretty bold. You know, I've seen Spanish separate themselves from black people at work, and I had a whole job where it was segregated. Like, black people was on this floor, shit like that. Chinatown. I think there's an Italian town too in New York, something like Little Italy or something. No, New York don't have a Little Italy. Italians is Long Island. Little Italy is fucking Long Island. No, you're right. No, you're right about what you're saying because Trump does live the rich New York City life. You're right about that. That's a fact. That's a fact. So I wouldn't even like, yeah, I wouldn't even argue that. That feels like it makes sense to me. Everything you're saying. They talk about his life in the Psychology of Trump book I was playing yesterday. Well, playing midnight. And you have people like Light is here, who's Asian, and he's saying like, bro, he's sitting here listening like, that's so fucking horrible. Cause he probably don't have to deal with none of that where he's from. But we, even though there is racism with Asians too and more colorism. Oh, I like that. He wants all sick, richer mobster buddies to thrive. He wants all his slick, richer mobster buddies to bob. So he just does whatever anyone wants that will pay him or give him power. I noticed that because he wants chaos. He thrives on chaos. He eats chaos for breakfast. He does. And chaos is also manipulation. That's how we're gonna listen to that book about the fucking psychology of Trump. That bitch is like 1 hour. We can bang that out. We can bang that out. Go in the chat room together, and then finally talk about what we read, what we heard. Ah, I see now. Classism is something. I talk about that a lot. Yep, the race war disappears when true economic equality exists. That's true. Think about this though, Underhill. Let's get into this, right? And everybody who's listening, just let's put on our thinking tinfoil hats, right? There's no longer a reason to scrap with each other over jobs or house. It's all economic equal. Those lines just vanish. Why do they need chaos? Because when I tell you, let me tell you something. TikTok, and I'm going to go here with this. I told you I got a tinfoil hat on right now. TikTok was changing lives. Tell me I'm wrong. TikTok was changing lives. People was learning about other cultures and how they're living. People were learning other languages and free websites. TikTok had people. See, this is why I keep telling you I look sideways at those divested zealots because they were like, TikTok is a bunch of people spitting information that's not true. I'm like, what TikTok are you listening to? TikTok had people showing you books from years ago, books older than the Bible because they collect books in its original context, in its original format. People were showing you how they did it, how they saved their money and came to another country with $600 or whatever and made a new life for them in another country with their children. Okay? People were really starting to rise their vibration. They would talk about quantum leaping. Quantum leaping became a real science out here about how we manifest, how we can do walking meditations. Excuse me. I mean, living in the city, Americans go back and forth to other countries, mostly between London and the Caribbean, and then Barcelona and Berlin. Yeah. Other cultures a lot to be exposed to them at all, let alone in an authentic way in this country. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. TikTok did that. And they were pulling out the most asinine videos. And remember, this is why I said people are telling on themselves. TikTok has the tightest and best algorithm. Whatever you say you don't want to watch, it will never come up again. Whatever you block, it will never come up again. Whatever you say, that you want to watch, TikTok will make sure that you watch it. Value of the yeah, I just read that already. Like, in these zealot divestors, mammies talking about some goddamn TikTok and this and that. I'm like, what? Do you understand that whatever you say is you watch, whatever you see on TikTok is your algorithm? That's what you're watching and that's what you're attracting? Because that's not what my algorithm look like on TikTok. Okay? And then they want to shut that down. Remember what in Pimpology book said you help somebody and you make them believe that you were the one that helped them and then they're at your whim or something like that. That's exactly what Trump did. I ain't holding my breath on TikTok. I am not holding my breath. TikTok? TikTok is something, it's like amazing. One of the best apps ever. So I don't know what all these other people are talking about. Yeah. The algo still exists. It's existing right now. It's not going to go nowhere thanks to TikTok. That's quantum leaping. It tells on you. Yeah, I think he would totally agree with it. Yeah, they do. I have to put that up. They do think everybody agree with them, bro. That's the crazy part. At the end of the day, why are they stressing DEI? Why are they coming about after a certain significant group of people? Why did they have to deport immigrants? America knew people have been here without proper paperwork for years. It was all a setup. And it was a setup through Biden. We got to admit that. Biden is the one who set up the H-1 visa situation. Then it wasn't as implemented. Trump comes back and he says, I'm doing mass deportation. I'm going to make migrant camps, right? Why did he need to do that? And then when he got into office, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. But guess who's going to the actual camps? The Native Americans. They're deporting them too, and I don't know where the fuck they taking them, but they're taking them and putting them in camps right now, the Native Americans. Ain't that about a bitch? You understand? And what's so deep about it is after the deportation, these white farmers, we all know that there are black farmers, mostly black women, or mostly black women, but there are black people who are farmers. And you know what? Every farmer that I've seen is not even in a relationship. They all just by themselves. All the farmers I've seen throughout the years are black. Okay? But they're out here. As a shirt, black woman farmers. They were all over TikTok. Oh, they were all over their pet. Everybody had different kind of pets and lived on a farm. And you mean to tell me when the immigrants are gone, y'all don't know what to do with y'all farm? Y'all can't replace them just as fast as y'all let them go? Oh, okay. So number one, the immigrants was holding up all the work. Number two, we know that black people of color fucking work, which is a part of the immigrants, whatever. Because what Biden did is he let all of immigrants come in, all them criminals. Then Trump came behind him and was like, we're letting the criminals go, and we're finding out that that's not even what the fuck he's doing. It was all a setup from the start. This was all going to happen. The world is staged. Like, look at this, Underhill. Check this out. The world is fucking so staged in such a cult deep way. People just, do you know that all those people on the plane that died were ice skaters? Okay? Well, they could have flown those Mexicans home on a commercial flight for like 50K, but instead used military planes that cost $65K an hour to fly. Okay? Ice skaters. You see the shit? It's like a joke in our face. Cause they ice skaters. You get it? That's what ICE does. They skate your ass on out of this goddamn country. Then there was black pilots. I saw a bunch of young black pilots on YouTube. I bet that YouTube on TikTok. Yes, the solution is the same. Yeah. I just sat there and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Plane crash is ultimately because literally forced the airport to run that flight despite being over capacity. Let me tell you something. This is the Trump man show. Okay? This is the Trump man show. If you remember in the Truman Show, how did they riddle him with fear? They had all these plane crashes. They had his dad die in the ocean, remember? And he started reading these different books and they started monitoring him, remember? My favorite scene is when he called out the wife. I encourage everybody to watch the behind the scenes of the Truman Show, which is the Truman Show with the behind the scenes of the wife and the best friend and what they were saying. The best friend was an actual alcoholic, y'all. Okay? And the wife was talking and it was like, well, which was the actor inside of the movie. It was like, is it true you got paid extra to have sex with him? And I love that scene when he was like, you don't fucking love me. You hate me. I see the way you have sex with me. You don't love me. Like he became conscious of everything. Remember? He's us. So now we got planes crashing, like military plane just randomly crashing into a fucking airplane. In cold water, in ice water, and they're ice skaters. Come on, y'all. Hold on. Well, the reason the plane crashed is only because Congress literally forced the airport to run. Okay. They always tell that story too. And the victim of that travel were largely white people with enough time and money to fly to figure skate. I don't know them. It's sad. But the essential victims, their own people. And then made up the worst lie ever about DEI. So the whole thing is extremely ironically sad. Like a Truman Show a lot too. See? So I knew you did. I had a feeling you saw that show. It's a tsunami and they know it's the sky. Oh, I did read that one. This is the Truman Show, the Trump man show. Donald Trump man show. That's what happened. And we're sitting here trying to make us fear water, trying to make us fear flying. I was so my fears unlocked. I said I hope he don't do a travel ban, and that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. He did a travel ban. Because remember, Truman, they put all the signs. And when Truman started getting conscious and waking up, everybody started getting more aggressive towards him. He started walking another route. He accidentally went to a station and he heard them say, oh, he's about to make a left on here. Hurry up, everybody, hurry up. And he walked into another place and he saw all these people working and stuff and he was confused. And he got out of there and he got distracted again. You remember now? Funny you mentioned that I recently watched the deleted scenes from the movie like last week. See? You didn't watch that. You didn't watch that for no reason? I remember that show. I love that show. I love that movie. I watched that movie a few times. Yep. So what real reason did migrants need to go away? That black people are being harassed because these are the people who are holding this shit together. These are the people who are choosing to be intelligent and go across seas and explore the world. These are the people who are the intellectuals. That's why they getting rid. That's why it's an attack. At the end of the day, because even if we all united against them and refused to do their trolling, we would win instantly. Yes, we would. That's the point. We'll definitely defeat MAGA. MAGA's just a bunch of radio thugs. They thrive on chaos. Both sides, the war machine thrives on destruction, the economy thrives on waste. Yes. The Truman Show, this is what we're in. Trying to make us feel across seas. Now they're like, do you know they're putting waivers on us when we go across seas now? All my fears unlocked, bro. Destructive force like a cancer that grows until it destroys the things upon which it relies. Yeah, it is a cancer. America is a cancer. Literally. And Zodiac wise. Eat you up from the inside if you let it. There's going to be a fight on the Democratic side, but it's going to be an intellectual fight. There's enough black and brown people out there that have the correct jargon and vocabulary to speak for the people, as well as the people speaking for themselves. The mic, the warmongering, all of it is holding the world back a lot. It's holding America back a lot. People in other countries feel sorry for us. People in other countries feel so sorry for us. Because some of them, I know if they had their way, they would have took out Trump and JD. But they're like, why bomb America when he's already just destroying them? You know what I'm saying? That's why they're clowning. They feel fucking sorry for us. I feel it every day. When I can tell people feel like, I see it in the comments that like, I'm in Australia and I feel sorry for America. I'm in China and I feel sorry for, not China, but I'm in Australia. I feel so sorry for America. I feel so sorry for you Americans. So that shows, what's that? Wasn't that like a year ago or so? Man, they've been doing that for a while. They don't play. I know they got alien, I know we got underworlds where they work on aliens and shit. World nations now have underground power lines. The U.S. is one of them last powerful nations with utility poles everywhere. Oh. I still don't understand how New York City was built on top of a city. Someone need to help me understand how that works. That's what I'm saying. Worthy of being. No. America's dead, bro. That's done. America's done. America's not a first world nation. America's not great. He fucked up. If you was gonna make America great, you would have did everything for the people. You would have took care of the people of all races, nationality, and classes. Therefore, it would have brought the same love to us from other countries, the people that come here. You don't lost it. Yeah, they built foundations. Yeah, that's what they did. There's a whole courthouse underground in New York City. And I believe that bitch still gets used, low key. Up here, I was smoking. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, okay? I need to put this in the oven. At the end of the day, and I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to stick to everything that I'm saying. America's dead. Okay? Why? Why would you take the migrants and send them off? Why would you attack the black people or the people of color in this country? Do you know that the same White House that they destroyed and spared shit on the walls was the architecture was a black male. Okay? And he wasn't free. He was a whole slave. He's the architecture of that design. That tells you something. You can walk around in America right now and you can see the working of what slaves have built. That you can easily predict the major events of the next decade. Who will listen to you? Ability to predict the future on an individual level is worthless. I predicted basically all of this years and years ago. Oh, baby, you ain't the only one. I knew Trump was going to be the president. I was giving Hillary the benefit of the doubt in my blog. But I could see it with the red hats and the Papa Smurf wears the red hat. You know what I'm saying? It was all these men. You remember, the Smurfs is a bunch of males. Papa Smurf wears the red hat. Then you have Gargamel, who looks like a person of color. Let's stop playing. You know what I'm saying? And who does Gargamel? I can't remember that goddamn movie with that comedian. It's that same. Is it the same guy I'm talking about from the damn the Boardwalk Empire movie? I think that was him. Was he? I think it was him. Song kinds about that on my album and working on. Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. It was in our face that Trump was going to be the president. When he came back, I knew, but at the same time, it was like, all right, maybe we can vote. Nah, this world is staged. It's staged. Yeah, this nation is built on bones. I can't get mad at the Native Americans because they have what they have and they can only do from what they got. Who the fuck can they trust for what happened to them? But at the same time, the natives and the black people and the migrants need to come the fuck together to fight. Who knows? It might happen. He done got on the trans bad side. I wouldn't want that. They quiet now, but best believe when they come out to fight, they're gonna fight hard. They're quiet right now. All of us LGBTQ plus are quiet. We just making sure we say we gonna be good out here when nobody motherfucking come for us. Anybody that still wants there to be an America needs to fight. Yeah, because America, man. I'm gonna say this. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. I believe the Democrats are gonna fight. I believe the Democrats are going to fight. I don't think that the Democrats is going to lay down and take it, because they're not laying down taking it now. Democrats right now, I don't know if it was you or somebody, I think it was you that I had this conversation with. The Democrats is watching and observing. We are still in a month, we don't hit the month of Aquarius, we don't hit the year of the snake. So they're watching and observing. Give it between February around springtime. Give it till. Just give it till. And I won't even say that far. Just give it some time. It ain't gonna even have to go that far. You're gonna see the Democrats fight. You're gonna see how they're gonna fight. But don't forget, they're freezing a lot of shit. These executive orders that Trump are making, they're freezing it. The cartels and South America warlords are going to watch us crumble before they jump. Oh boy. You know what? I hear you, but honestly, and I'm being for real when I say this, a lot of people feel sorry for Americans. All right, let me heat up this food. I'm going to go back and play this lady. Y'all can go ahead and continue in the comments. I like what she's talking about. I'm going to go back.
Called pet to threat phenomenon. And in the article, Dr. Keisha Thomas, she characterizes what pet to threat is, and she gave the example that it looks like a white male mentor taking on a black female as a mentee, and kind of taking her under his wing and showing her the ropes and, kind of coaching her and training her and just helping out. That's the pet part. And then as the Black woman, she builds her competencies or experience or what have you. And not all, but related to this coaching and mentoring that she received from this white male. And now he's looking at her like she's a threat. Okay. So what happens is the mentor in the pet to threat phenomenon, the mentor who was open with information, who was generous with time, now begins to pull back, okay, and start putting limits on access to information, to drop little gossipy tip, mentoring, okay. You sure you?
Oh, come on.
Transform your newsletter into its very own mobile app and allow your readers to install it directly on their home screen. Your custom branded mobile app, equipped with real-time push
It's that time, y'all. I gotta move around and talk to you. I think they're gonna. You know what? That's what I'm trying to say. I think that protesting shit. That protesting shit. No, ain't no protesting like that no more. Ain't no protesting like that no more. The protest is going to be smarter. You're about to find out how intelligent the black woman is. Okay? You're about to find out how intelligent she is. Because when I tell you, it ain't going to be no goddamn protests. The protest ain't going to be marching no fucking where. That protest is going to be, we coming up to the Capitol. We coming up to the meetings. Because the people can come to those meetings. And we're going to express what we're going to express. And we're going to demand what we're going to demand. It's like the black woman who went off and was like, excuse me, I did not hear you mention Puerto Rico. She started naming all of these different places in the Caribbean that he did not mention. Like she went the fuck off. That have never had a reason to protest before going to be destroying everything. Nah, MAGA's gonna get fucked up. MAGA people about to get fucked up out here. Hold on, I'll get to your comment in a minute. I'm doing my moving around thing. Getting my day ready. I don't even know where I'm going to be at today, but I'll be somewhere. I'm at work, right? I'm about to see this leftovers. I'm about to cook, see how they taste. Yeah. So the thing about this whole shebang is this, right? Oh, the way of fighting is going to be a smarter approach. 1 second. And so I'm just saying, I think a lot of people that have never, okay, I see that. And if they go leaders, and if they go leaderless, there will be blood and someone has to guide them, but they destroy as many leaders as they could. So now it's just going to be an angry mob of millions of hungry people, and there is no force on earth that can stop that. Because I'm sure as hell, I'm not stepping up to be a peaceful leader when the people they are after want me 6 feet under. Hell no. Hell no. This is the main thing for me is the recovery of, like, what I'm trying to say is this. If you voted for Trump right now, right, and you rock MAGA hat, and you rock that goddamn MAGA hat, what's going to happen is the labeling that's going to be on you is one that you can't never, it's going to be a stain. It's going to be it's going to be a scar on you. You understand what I'm saying? not stepping up to be get it. Like the time for benefits of the doubt is way over. Right. And articulate these things in my own way, but I'm not the only one thinking them. No, you're not. Where I'm going with this is these people don't realize the scar that they have put upon themselves. These people who voted MAGA, there's a scar. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter if Trump is dragging you along the process. There is still a scar that they will never, ever get rid of. That's on their faces. Now you understand what I'm saying? Yes. And I articulate these things. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw that already. Listen, they can't, bro. Even the divestors that voted for him, there's nothing you can recover from, because being that you voted for Trump, that means you voted for the genocide of people. You voted for a genocide of people to literally damn near put to make this world handmaid's tale, to make this world be hateful, to make this, you understand? You literally fought for a handmaid's tale. That's what you voted for. You voted for racism. You voted for slavery. You get what I mean? This is what you voted for. And everybody knows it now. And because everybody knows it, that's the scar that's on your face. Yep. They gotta lay in it. No, here's the thing. You're right. The economy was going to crash regardless. Right. That's a fact. One second. Hold on. The economy was going to crash regardless. And those that know, we already know, right? My goodness. Let me get some water, y'all. But here's the thing. When 2020 happened, 2020 was a literal glimpse. Ha! in New York City. Oh, that's the worst place where people ain't gonna have no food. That's the place you don't want people not to have no food. That's why 2020 was a glimpse to me. Let me tell you what I said. I'm gonna keep telling you. If you tell people what they can't have, they're going to take it. That's the facts. Girl, okay. Got a message. See, they're gonna take it. And then, oh man, I don't want to think about it. I still got family that live up there. I don't want to think about it. That's gonna be ugly. And but see, here's the thing in New York too. They will feed people. See, they don't tell you this, but there's a community of people that will not let children or mothers or families starve because there is an immigrant state. New York City people, the immigrants in New York City are different anyway. Lifestyle is different. They're not going to turn on America as a whole. They're not going to do that. Some of them already don't like Americans, especially Black Americans or whatever, but the American people, the Black people there in New York City, they're going to feed each other. They're not going to let those children go hungry. And don't think, let me tell you something. Don't think that Trump can control what goes on with them schools. Do not be fooled. Them schools would not let ICE come in that motherfucker. They will guard that school the fuck down. They don't play about them babies, them kids. That school will feed those children. They don't want to hear shit about they, especially in certain neighborhoods, they will feed those kids. It's just, is this a president? A Hitler leader, dictatorship? I don't feel like I'm looking at a president. All right, since I'm screen share, we're going to go and look at local news today. Girl, ain't nobody ever asked me, do you work here? Girl, the look you going to get from me, you ask me some shit like that. Hey, that's me. Shadow work. Oh, he's on here. Mr. Shadow work. Two hours ago, Trump supporter claims he didn't get a cop job because he wasn't a female of a Spanish descent. Y'all want to hear this one? Whole press conference on plane crash. Let's see, moment of gratitude, Black History Month. Yeah, she does a lot of Black History Month. Is Trump 2.0 our fault? Jon Stewart, Cat. Okay, that's Karen Hunter's show. The Black Table, extremist state legislator and their threat to democracy. Ooh. Thought vibration. Dear white people, recognize the pattern. Okay, we're going to watch this. Dear white people, recognize the pattern. Okay, y'all ready? Going to watch this. I thought she wasn't going to... Tabitha, I thought you said you're not going to post no more. Shit, with all this shit going on, it's probably hard for her not to post.
They exclusively tied the benefits of integration to just black people so that white people would vote against their own interest, and it worked. They exclusively tied the benefits of free college and welfare, a social safety net, to black people so that white people would vote against their own interest, and it worked. They exclusively tied the benefits of affirmative action and critical race theory to black people.
Hold on.
So that white people would vote against their own interest. And it worked. They exclusively tied all the benefits of diversity, equity, and inclusion to black people so that white people vote against their own interest. And it's working. And on Monday, the president said that the 14th Amendment was really only for black children. It wasn't for everybody else. Are you guys noticing the fucking pattern yet? White people. Are we gonna be citizens or not? Are you guys gonna fucking hate black people that much that you guys are gonna fucking vote away your own citizenship? Ryan, they would never do that. You don't know white people.
I don't trust no black male talking. Shut the fuck up. Y'all voted for Trump. Y'all black women need to stop getting gaslit by them. They voted for Trump. I don't want to hear no not all. I guarantee you, any black male who voted for Kamala, he's fucking smoking weed and drinking. I feel about black males. They voted for Trump. Oh, I keep talking into the damn microphone. I'm not even on the microphone no more. No, he's not wrong about the facts. I'm not denying. I don't know what the fuck just happened. My screen share just don't want to behave. Okay, let's go back. Let's see the news. I mean, yeah, he has a point. I'm not denying his point. I'm not denying the point. Okay. Trump shows racism and sexism by blaming Delhi air crash on DEI. Roland is on a roll, honey. Look at that. Look at that face. Black women aren't allowed to be introverts. That's an interesting topic. Full whammy of being a black woman introvert. The life of the black introvert. That's very interesting. That's an interesting topic, huh? Let's click on it and get back to it later. Let me add it to my playlist. Where's my playlist? 1 second. All right. We get to that later. We just add it to the list. Let's just see. I'm trying to catch all the news. All right, let's click the news. Chaos needs fear to drive. See, you said that. Ha! Look, Underhill. Chaos needs fear to thrive. And he isn't wrong. Yeah, hating for getting government entitlements. Let me say something. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and you're gonna understand this. How would you feel if a group of people who are said to be minorities, right, who were enslaved, who could imagine an enslaved people to be free and know how to function in life, then be abused about who they are and the color of their skin after they've been enslaved. Look at the dark psychology of this shit. But still rise up and live life, build Black Panthers, build Black groups, even through infiltration, they still keep going. They still keep life going. To the point that what was once beauty that you have given the world to believe is beauty, with no lips, little nose, and whatever little big old eyes or whatever, and super skinny body like a kid, to flip it around and make her lips, her nose, her eyes, her hair be a standard of fucking beauty. These people not give a fuck about what you think about them or what you guys say about them, and have pride. And then on top of that, succeed in America. Would you not think that there's something that you've been lied to in the history of Black people right now? I'll be pissed too. And you're in the white supremacy, and you're supposed to be excelling better than these people. Or let's not even forget to add the immigrants in the picture. That's what it was all about. How are these people being called the minority excelling like the fucking majority? That's what makes everybody mad. Shoot appeals the majority, and bid exposure drives the I cannot read today. Try it again. Take two. Commercialism. It's so hard to read from inside the chat. It really is. Well, commercialism appeals the majority, and via exposure drives a consensus of things like beauty. See how easy I read that? Yeah. But the narrative is also driven by the white oligarchy intentionally to drive lines between people. Yes. The colonizers. Hey, colonizers. He was not wrong when he said that. Hey, colonizers. Yeah. Because that's what the fuck we probably need to say to them motherfuckers. Hey, colonizer. Motherfucker, when the white people come knocking on my door from the church, I'll be like, hey, colonizers. What you want? I don't fuck with y'all. Y'all voted for Trump. I don't believe you. They probably never come to my door again. So the entire concepts like beauty. Yeah, beauty magazines been here since the 1600s. The magazines was here before journalism. And magazines were for women. They were all for women, all for advertising for women. It's been that way since the beginning of time with magazines. And then I told you about journalism. All journalism's purpose was to cause chaos. The origin of the white privilege, being part of the majority that is broadly appalled to. But see, here's the thing. This is what's going to happen. This is what they was not prepared for, okay? You got Becky, who's self-entitled. Karen, who's self-entitled, right? But if you don't know the black woman's issue and her self-esteem comes from her own culture, and the males in her culture are the problem, and the women too of her culture, who because of the males in her culture are the problem that causes her to not have self-esteem. Wasn't so much of other people's races that did it to black women. I need everybody to understand that. The only time she could have that is if she may have been in an environment predominantly white, maybe. May have been adopted by a predominantly white family, maybe. That's the difference. The psychology there is different. Now, What Becky was not prepared for is when you sat here and you like a J-Lo, well, not J-Lo, a Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians, right? You're looking at women who actually do come from an African black ancestry. This Slav, what is the Slavics? The slaves. See, the Slavics were the slaves. Slavonian, some word that they are. That's where they from. Hence their features, and then they enhance their features to look more like black features. They didn't prepare for Becky. Low key has always liked the black woman's body, has always admired it, wanted to look like the black woman. That's always been a fact about Becky. So when she's sitting here with the excuse for a white girl like Kylie Jenner to get lip fillers or to take the bottle and pop up her lips and shit like that, it be that. One time I had on headphones and some white guy was talking about lip fillers or some shit and I didn't hear him. I had on my headphones. And they told me what he was saying. And I didn't give a fuck about none of it. I didn't hear him. I wasn't talking to him. People like that, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't attract shit like that. People get ignored by me. Something awful. Understand that I will admit to it, girl. I say girl at times, so don't take it personal. Well, that's what I'm trying to get at when you say white people won't understand it. We don't give a fuck what white people understand. We have come to the conclusion as black people or people of color that fuck them. We don't need them to understand nothing. We don't need nobody. If you do not listen, we have accepted that America is anti-intellectual. Who's the majority of people in America right now? We have accepted what we do as a people. And that doesn't just entail black people. That's the Hispanic, that's the Latino, the smart ones have accepted what we do as a people. We're not focused on white people. White people are going to do what white people do. Those of us that understand that, we understand that. Can't anymore with people and their weird double standards for literally everything. Don't take it personal. Do not take the shit personal. We're not taking it personal. The only way it got personal for us is when you taking fools out of the baby's mouth. That's why everybody got personal. Like, oh, wait a minute. You taking this what these stupid ass Zelia divestors don't understand. It's not about the woman's food stamps for herself. You got to understand, these people selling food stamps to make their rent. But also those food stamps are for their children, for them to eat and feed those children. That's what people are not understanding. When you're taking away school lunch, you're taking away from the children. When you're taking away birthright citizenship, you're taking away opportunity from the children. I knew this was going to happen if Kamala wasn't here. If Kamala was in, none of this shit would be all. You know how much children would be getting right now with Kamala? Didn't mean to imply that you should care. No, I got what you were saying, but I think you get me by now. You've been over here a little while. But I'm just saying, like, I had to get that out. It's about the children. It ain't about the adults. And you got to understand, I have told y'all time and time again, those zealot divestors, do not give a fuck about any children that does not come through the dick of a white male. They are white supremacists. That's what they are. They are white supremacist black women. They don't want black, brown children to be born anymore. They still see some Hispanic and some Latin as dusties. They see the white male as superior. Okay. The way U.S. capitalism works is it has to grow and grow and grow in size and exploitation. This means somehow value add must be generated. And now they have finally at the end of an empire come for the children. Hell, they don't even care about white kids. Right. Right. If you're not a part of the elite, if you're not rich, absolutely. Let me see one thing real quick and see if I'm going to continue. I'm going to head up out of here. Okay. Hold on. I gotta feed my cat. I'm not gonna forget because she in my face. I'm gonna feed you, Bella. Here's my thing. Bella, you okay? Why does she always do that? Scares me. Make me feel like somebody attacked her or bit her or something. She mouths like that. Here's the thing. I knew this was gonna happen. Okay? And my main concern is that my main thing that I see, I'm gonna say it again. There's a scar on the face of MAGA. All right? And the scar on the face of MAGA is that they are not going to recover from this. Because my thing. Oh, shit. Who's calling me? Hold on, y'all. I keep seeing this number. I don't know. Hello? Hello? I said hello, right? I need to be on this phone. Hello? The fuck? They hung up, didn't they? Mm-hmm. I forgot about that. Why am I only getting my cash app? Oh, the Bitcoin went down 5%. Whoa, that's crazy. Damn, the Bitcoin went down 5%. Oh, man. Y'all know I invested my Bitcoin. Is will they take us down with them? MAGA is getting their ass handed to them, and MAGA can't handle it. And the scar that I'm talking about is this, okay? You sat here and is that my savings? No way. I'm about to say, ain't no fucking way that's my savings. That don't make no sense. The thing is, oh, okay. Let me go ahead and sell my Bitcoin. That bitch done dropped down. Let me go ahead and let me put 1972. That bitch done drop. Damn, I wish I could have did some stocks. Yes, bitch. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's how it works. Okay. All right, Bitcoin. One second. Let me lock this damn card. I think this one is the updated. Okay. I got $35 in my card. All right, I just locked my card. Oh, damn, this one is much easier. That's crazy. Okay, I'm back. Bitsia uses 7 full-scale nuclear reactions of power every second. Oh, shit. I can't advise on investing into BTC, but it is a doomed. It is also destroying the planet. It's doomed the long enough timeline. I'm reading back. As you can see, I'm reading from down to up. Earliest days, and I personally mined billions of Doge. I was trying to get some Doge from my Bitcoin. It wasn't working. Question is, will they take us down? Let's get. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one I wanted to get to. This is what I'm saying. Even though MAGA, because it's bigger than that. Just hear me out. You have black people who were saying people are racist, people are racist, people are racist, right? Then you have people saying, no, people are not racist. Okay? You have people saying, no, it's not racism. I was one of the people, I said it's not racism, it's classism, da 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 da, right? I was one of those people. With the way that MAGA people are showing their ass and acting up, with the way that MAGA people are doing the things that they do, I'm trying to fucking tell you, these people, I had $80. I had $280. I gotta check my money now. With these people, they ain't gonna be able to recover from this. That's my point. Do you get what I'm saying? Graphic cards going full blast and sucking juice, solve an obituary equation. Hold on. Graphic cards going full blast, sucking juice just to solve an obituary equation. That means they used up power. I don't know what that means. You're gonna have to explain it. I kind of got thrown off there. What I'm saying is, now you have proven to people, the people who told me that racism is still here, you have proven that they are right. Okay? That's my goddamn point. That's my fucking point. You prove these people fucking exactly right for everything that they fucking said. So now you can't go back. You can't go back. I guess she on the phone. I'm not gonna stress it. It means that bitcoins are generated by computers solving meaningful math problems, and they use a ton of power. Okay, got you. I got a little thrown off. You know I'm moving around. About to get another smoke in too. All right, let me put this in the savings. Got you. I don't even want that food. I just heated up. The leftovers. So, all these people that voted for MAGA, all these people that voted that were Hispanic and Latin for MAGA, everybody black males especially that voted for MAGA, even though he's dragging them too, there's no recovery. There's no recovery. Like when I say there's no recovery, there's no recovery. When I tell you the level of what we call moving different that's going to happen, oh honey. Oh honey. You think you know what moving different is? Wait, this shit right here gonna cause some moving different for real. I'm trying to tell you. Trust me when I tell you. People gonna be out here moving way different. Hold on, I gotta feed my cat. I have for a very long time said that change in America will come with the bread lines. Ooh, yes. I like that. Change in America is gonna come with the bread lines. Oh yeah. Cause how stupid you feel as MAGA, unless you're complete hateful narcissist, right? That he is destroying you too. But just to see the people you don't like be destroyed, you just fucking let it go. You just let that shit happen. Mm-hmm. Thing that motivates people more than stupid jingoism is hunger. Listen, that's why America people don't understand. People want to get upset about food stamps and shit. And I have to tell people, we have food stamps. Because what the fuck you think people going to do when they hungry? What you think people do when they hungry? Why we always had that commercial, you're not yourself when you hungry? We are the patriarch. What you mean? Right. We have food stamps instead of riot. Boom. You get it. Yeah, we did make poor choices. I do agree. America made poor choices. Well, here's the thing, too. It has exposed who are the intelligent, who are the smart people. Because this is smart people versus dumb people, too. The hell? Okay, that's the win. Thought so. Here's the thing. Yeah, this is a smart people versus dumb people. MAGA are the red-headed dumb people. Was it? Didn't I see something? I don't. I saw something. Was it her that was talking? Hold on. Okay, that's 6 months. I don't do nothing. Corporate America, how to thrive in this workplace, and okay, we know that. Let me just get to the news. Yeah, MAGAs are fucking stupid. And that's a fact. MAGA is fucking stupid. MAGA did not know that the Affordable Care Act, the Affordable Care Act was Obamacare. MAGA did not know and understand that you a poor motherfucker. You're on the system. Excuse me. You're on the system. And you didn't think that nothing was going to happen to you. That's how dumb MAGA is. And that's what this shit is about. All right, listen. I saw something with Trump and that lady. I was just going to go ahead and watch it real quick with y'all. I got to go dump my trash out. We're going to go ahead and play. Then wasn't it just a press conference? I know I saw that, right? I saw that. Maybe it's over. Crews search for victims DC plane crash. News about, no. I can't even watch it. Hold on. It was a caller on the Clay show. Yeah, it was on the Clay Kane show. Did y'all see that? They had a caller that said something. That was like literally a couple minutes ago. Okay. He didn't get a cop job. Listen to this. Because he wasn't Hispanic or some shit. All right, I'll be back, y'all. Just go ahead. You can type in the chat room. These are always so good. Trust me when I tell you.
Those of us that feel the same way, like Amisha Cross's comments yesterday, calling 76 million people Nazi followers that voted for Donald Trump.
Yes,
that's hurtful. And we're not.
Wait, Donnie, wait. I got to go back and listen, but I don't believe she said that 76 million people are. I don't believe. I got to go back and listen to it, and I got to be careful when you quote somebody from the day before. But I don't believe Amisha Cross said that at all. I don't believe, and that isn't even the topic. Did we bring up Nazis today?
No. So do you have? Well, okay. Well, what about the president of the United States and now the Secretary of Defense and the Vice President of the United States attributing a tragic collision to DEI without evidence? Do they have to be careful about that? Can we hold them to a higher standard than you're holding a radio political commentator to? Do you have a comment on that? Because that's what the actual topic is.
Yeah.
Or are we just talking about your feelings because y'all don't like for anybody to say anything about Trump supporters? Can we stay on topic? Can we focus?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Donnie. Let's focus.
Yeah, I listen. I listened to the Trump briefing earlier today, and I was disgusted myself. I just felt it wasn't the right time, or at all any time, to talk about that with this incident. But there are two components or two aspects for someone who, like myself, voted for Donald Trump. DEI, if you're using it, like Reese said, as a tool for racial division, etc., then it's abhorrent. However, I remember applying for a cop job on Long Island, in a community on Long Island, but because I wasn't a female or of Spanish descent, they passed on me. And so
Spanish descent? Do you mean being a Spaniard? When you mean say Spanish descent, what do you mean?
Trying to say Latino.
They were looking for.
Are you trying to say Latino or Hispanic?
Hispanic descent. Folks at Latino.
Hispanic. Okay.
Yes.
Donnie, listen. Donnie, listen. That is your anecdotal experience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many thousands of stories I can give you of black folks who didn't get the job, of black folks who didn't get into school? I mean, the data is there. Look at the amount of black folks who are the head of major corporations. I mean, look at the wealth disparity. Look at the housing disparity. I can give you countless stories of black folks having their homes appraised at lower numbers. All DEI it is for the folks who are qualified to get the access. But you're bringing up, I don't know the details of why you didn't get a job over a woman or somebody who was Hispanic. I don't know. I don't know the details of that. But we have to be careful when we go into anecdotal stories like Jeff from Maryland did yesterday.
Real quick.
At the end of the day, go ahead.
CBS News, new report shows Long Island's police departments are still overwhelmingly white despite efforts to diversify rankings. This was June 2021. Over the last 9 years, 6,539 Black applicants tried to become police officers on Long Island. Only 67 were hired. Now, I can guarantee you that there is absolutely zero police departments or jobs in the world where 67 out of 6,000 applicants, that's 1% of white men are accepted to anything. That is, so again, to Clay's point, anecdotes is one thing, but statistics are another thing. Now, I know you didn't say Black. That was probably smart and strategic on your part, but I'm just saying that the reason for DEI is because you can't tell me that you had 6,000 delusional ass Black people applying for a job that they not qualified for, because we're not usually delusional to that level. So I get it. I get what you're saying, but the facts, I know how people feel. I know people's personal individual experiences, but the numbers are the numbers. The math is the math.
Oh, okay. See. What the hell? Did it just go blank again? What in the fuck? These have you see? I'm trying not to complain. Damn, what the fuck happened, y'all? Oh shit, I didn't put my fair use ban on. I'm about to go. I'm fucking bugging. Listen, y'all. It's been a great show. Thanks all to who called in. Thanks to all the people who called in. Thank you for the discussion. Appreciate you. Appreciate you in the comment section. Definitely under here. We always have great conversation. But I'm gonna address this real quick because I gotta get ready to go. Okay, I was reading. You can only afford to hire someone if the government is picking up for it. Okay, but again, this does not mean that. Yeah, you don't think it's right for that reason. I don't think it's right. What you're saying. I don't know, but sometimes people be lying and making excuses too. But I'm not discrediting your experience. I will never discredit someone's experience. But I have to go. I always have fun with you guys. This was a great discussion to have and stuff like that. Thank you all for your participation. I gotta get up out of here, yo. So I gotta hang up and get out of here and start my day and live life. Yes, ma'am. I'm hardworking. Yes, I am. Feel like I need to do more work than what I do now.